Stalker's Happy New Year and GSC's New Year teaser may look quiet on the surface, but once you slow it down, it's packed with clues about where Stalker 2 is heading in 2026, both technically and narratively. Let's start with the engine update. Updating Unreal Engine for Stalker 2 isn't a simple version bump. The engine is heavily modified with entire systems rewritten in-house. That's why upgrades take time and why Unreal Engine 5.5.4 is the most realistic target, with a smaller chance of 5.6 depending on stability and testing. What we're seeing right now lines up with gradual improvements, not a sudden overhaul. I expect to see the updates around March or April, around the same time as the first DLC for Stalker 2. We shall see patch 2.0 in line with the DLC and engine update, a big year for Stalker 2. Now to the teaser itself and the fog. The video opens in thick, heavy fog and slowly clears to reveal the CNPP region. And honestly, this atmosphere works. The fog boosts immersion, hides distant draw distance limitations, and feels far more in line with classic Stalker and a clear zone. It's the kind of weather that actually benefits both mood and performance. Once the fog lifts, the details start to matter. We see a checkpoint littered with bodies, and one corpse closely matches the silhouette of a monolith soldier. Given the presence of multiple military bodies nearby, this doesn't feel random. It looks like the aftermath of a serious operation. In the distance, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant is burning. That raises a key question. Are we looking at damage caused by combat, or is this the result of a large-scale fiery anomaly? The teaser keeps it ambiguous. We should now see a slight break between patch 1.8 and patch 1.9 with a lot of focus on the engine update and DLC. So I plan to cover mods in more detail, eventually build a complete functional mod collection and update it regularly for both PC and console users. So consider subscribing for that, and let's move on. Now there's a small but essential detail. Blind dogs rush in and begin feeding on the corpse. That's not just background behavior. In Stalker, this usually signals that time has passed, the fighting is over, the zone is reclaiming what's left behind. That detail matters for the timeline. At first glance, this could be interpreted as the aftermath of the 2012 Operation Monolith, but when you look closer, that doesn't fully add up. The bodies appear too fresh, the fire at the CNPP is still active, and the environment doesn't show that kind of decay you expect nearly a decade later. A more plausible explanation is that this scene depicts a recent conflict, potentially a new counter-offensive involving the IPSF, International Perimeter Security Force, and Monolith forces. Some of the uniforms and patches suggest that wasn't no battle, but something far more recent. Sound design reinforces that idea. We hear a strange signal layered over the scene alongside zombified stalkers that directly mirrors the signal-based storyline introduced in patch 1.8, making this teaser feel less like a standalone mood piece and more like a narrative bridge into what comes next. And that's where DLC speculation starts to feel grounded. The CNPP is already referenced in the game files tied to DLC 1, along with mentions of X-19, the Iron Forest, and unfinished locations like Lab X-12 near the Red Fortress. If the CNPP becomes accessible, it would make sense for these areas to follow, possibly as optional regions, side quests, or central story locations. We can already see signs of battle on the CNPP roof, and it's great to know we'll hopefully get to play more in this region soon. When you put it all together, this teaser isn't just atmosphere, it's setting the tone for 2026. Heavier fog, signal-driven storyline, a gradual move towards Unreal Engine 5.5.4, and a return to the most iconic location in the zone. Great to be back. If you want to see more straight-to-the-point Stalker 2 updates, consider subscribing. I'll see you next week with more updates.